Welcome back to Daywalker Sports Talk. I am your host, Daywalker. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, man. I really like talking to you guys. I want to hear some comments on what you think about what I talk about, man. Just let me know. Right now, we're gonna talk about the Russell Wilson trade to the Broncos. The Broncos will receive Russell Wilson and a 2022 fourth round pick. The Seahawks will get Drew Lock, tight end Noah Fant, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, 2022 first round pick, 9th overall, 2022 second round pick, 40th overall, a 2022 fifth round pick, and they will get the 2023 first and second round pick. Did they give up the house for Russell Wilson? It depends. It depends. I mean, when you look at it, it seems like a lot. But when you go back and you evaluate Russell Wilson for the 10 years that he has been in the league, he has had the Seahawks, 8 out of 10, 10 plus wins. So, which is good. Got a Super Bowl up under his belt. Also, he's been to the Super Bowl again right after that. 97 playoff record, which is that's pretty good. He had a bad season last year due to injuries. I feel like out of the 9 years he played, it was due for him to have an injury, and he had one. Now, when you look at the Broncos, what he will be getting when he comes to the Broncos, he will be getting a defense that finished 8th in yards allowed, 6th in passing yards rating allowed, 15th in yards allowed per carry. They were 3rd in the red zone touchdowns allowed. So with the defense situation, it's okay. It looks okay. The struggle point was the offensive line. That was a real struggle point. People that they had signed did not live up, to what they were supposed to live up to. They didn't. They really failed. 22nd in sacks allowed. Dead last in pressure percentage allowed. So they were pretty bad. But with Russell Wilson being there, that shakes up a lot of things. It shakes it up. You have a quarterback that is not injury prone. That's mobile in the pocket, that makes pretty good decisions. So it does help the offensive line out a lot. It does. But also going into the draft, they also still have 9 picks left. So you got a second round pick that you acquired from the Rams. You got 2 third-round picks, one of your own, and one from the Rams. You have 2 fourth-round picks, one you acquired from the Seahawks. You have 1 fifth-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and 2 7th-round picks. To me, in the order that you should draft, in this order, Denver Broncos, if you're listening, you have to compete. You have made, honestly, the AFC West the hardest division. It is the hardest division, if you ask me. It is the hardest division in all of football, because you got some very good quarterbacks. We already know what Kansas City, what they can do. You know what I'm saying? You had the Rams, they're 1-1. Not the Rams, the Raiders. I apologize, the Raiders. The Raiders, they're 1-1 this season. Also, you have the Chargers. The Chargers, who is also 1-1 with Kansas City. So it looks pretty good. Denver, I believe Denver had beat Kansas City the first game off, and then Kansas City came back and had that stretch. It was the beginning where Kansas City was struggling. So with acquiring Russell Wilson, you do get a quarterback that will help out a lot. Now, with that being said, the way you should draft to help your quarterback is that you have to replace the tight end. That is the number one priority. You had a promising tight end, you let go. So you got to go get a tight end. Listen, when Russell Wilson breaks and he's scrambling, the tight end, which sits in that middle, helps him out a lot to where he can make a better decision instead of trying to do too much to take injuries. You will have that tight end right there to where he can chunk it to, and he can get you about 5 or 6 yards after, the catch. So to me, that's number one. You have to find him a DK Metcalf. You have to get him a receiver. So that's second. Then now you do have to replace the defensive end because you was pretty decent with the percentages in defense. So you need a defensive end to replace what you gave up. Then after that, you got to start with the offensive line and left tackle. You're going to need that. Then get you a tackle. Then we got to go back to defense. You got to get your mid linebacker off in there, right tackle, a nose guard, and you got to get you a out linebacker. You got to get you one. That's how the Denver Broncos should draft in that order. See, because the reason why I had the offensive weapons first is because Russell Wilson, you don't want him to be there by himself. You have to have it to where he's able to compete with the other offensive weapons. You got Kelsey and the Cheetah with Kansas City. You got the Bengals. Chase is doing his thing over there. Buffalo. They have some offensive weapons. The Chargers is very sneaky. The Raiders, to me, honestly, they're one receiver away from some upsets. So you got to get Russell Wilson some tools. You gave up a lot for him. Okay, cool, that's fine. You have to sell tickets. You got to make the fans come. We got Russell Wilson. So, okay, what is Russell Wilson going to do with what you put around him? That is what you got to look at. If you don't put some good tools there for him, this will be a flop. You will make the quarterback feel like he has to do too much. And this would lead to injuries. A quarterback has to say, hey, look, once we draft this guy, I got to get the chemistry down. I have to know that I have to depend on this tight end and this receiver. Melvin Gordon is going to be better. He's going to be better. I have no doubt about that. That's why I didn't have running back. Melvin Gordon, he's reuniting with Russell Wilson, and they're going to look good. They're going to look real good. So, like I said, you get him a tight end and receiver, they will do some things. But, hey, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I could be wrong. Like I said, once again, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm out.